How do I decide which option to use for my hedge? Let's say you have just bought BHP shares and based on your analysis, you believe the price of BHP will go up. But if it does not, you want to limit your loss to 20%. If you have bought BHP shares at $40 per share, then a 20% loss is $8, which means you would like to be able to sell your shares for at least $32. As hedges have a cost, you will need to factor in the cost of your put option in determining which put option to buy. Let's take a look at the option chains for BHP. As we are only interested in put options, let's click on Put Options Only. When we look through the chain for BHP, we will find that there is an option in December which is at the strike of $33, which cost about 83 cents. This option will provide us with about 3 months of protection for our BHP shares that will limit our loss to less than 20%. We can always buy a longer dated option to provide a longer period of protection, but it will cost you more. For this example, let's just use the December option, which is this one, BHP K57. Let's quickly recap this example on BHP, taking note that for the purpose of simplicity, I am excluding brokerage commissions in any calculations. We purchased BHP stock at $40. We also purchased a December option at a 33 strike for 83 cents. This means that our break-even point is the share price plus the put option premium, giving us $40.83. And our maximum loss would be $7.83, which is less than 20% of our investment. This is best illustrated on the following profit and loss diagram. After 3 months, one of 3 things would have happened. 1. BHP goes up in price as you have hoped, say to $44. Your put option would expire worthless and you would have lost what you paid for your hedge, but gain $4 of unrealized capital gain. You may then decide to use some of that profit to buy a higher price put option to lock in some of your profit. Or 2. BHP goes down in price, say to $30. Your 33 put option will be worth at least $3. If you think the price of BHP will keep going down and you no longer wish to own BHP shares, you can exercise your put options and sell your BHP shares at $33 per share, limiting your loss to less than 20%. But if you think that BHP is likely to go up again, you can sell your $33 put option for a small profit, which will partially compensate for the capital loss in your shares. You can then use this insurance payout to buy more shares or more protective put options at no extra cost to you. Or 3. BHP shares stays about the same price. Your put options would expire worthless and you would have lost what you have paid for your hedge. You have to decide if you still think BHP shares will go up as you thought. If not, you may decide to sell your shares at a small loss and re-employ your capital more productively elsewhere. You could buy more put options, but they would have a cost, and you need to evaluate if the cost of the hedge is justified.